If you have chronic pain or illness and it feels like nothing you're doing is working, there's a reason for that. And it's not because you're not trying hard enough. I used to have full body eczema and I tried everything. Every diet, cleanse, every medication, cream and drug, every meditation, visualization and affirmation. And for years, nothing worked until I realized the one thing I was getting wrong. Everything I was doing was coming from this place of desperately wanting to get rid of my symptoms, to heal my body. I was trying to fix myself. And that's exactly why nothing was working. And this isn't to say that nothing works. Some of the tools that I just listed, like meditation, ended up becoming a vital part of my recovery. But as long as I kept pushing against where I was, nothing changed. In fact, I just got sicker. This is a really tricky thing to get your head around because, of course, you want to get rid of your symptoms. But that resistance, that stress, that pushing against is often what got us into this mess in the first place. We've already dug ourselves into a hole. The answer isn't to keep digging with a different shovel. So what do you do instead? You can't move forward without first accepting where you're at. This is where I am today, and that's okay. Because as long as you're fighting your current state, your current symptoms, your current feelings, you will forever be fighting. And that tells the brain, I am not safe. And that keeps the symptoms going. It's like yelling at someone to calm them down. It just doesn't work.
I've got to get out of here. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Stewardess, please let me handle this.
You have to train yourself day by day to accept where you are. It's not resignation, not despair. You won't be here forever, but you are here for the next 5 minutes, for the next hour, maybe the next day. And the less you fight that, the more your body can start to relax, even while you're in pain, even when you feel like shit. And that sends a completely different signal to your brain. Because the brain is not just reacting to your pain, it's also reacting to how you react to your pain, what you think about it, how you feel about it, what you believe about it. And when those things change, the brain's response changes as well. This can feel like mental gymnastics. It's crazy, the games that your brain will play with you to try and pull you back into fixing mode. Even I catch myself falling into it sometimes. If I have a client who's really struggling, I can feel that urge to want to throw more tools at them, to want to fix them. But I have to remind myself every single time that they're not broken, that they don't need fixing. Because the moment that I get pulled into that same urgency, that same desperation, I'm no longer helping. So instead, we come back to the basics. Stop the spiral, drop the escape plan, and focus on one thing, which is to feel slightly better, emotionally, mentally, maybe physically, but maybe not. Just slightly. That may be all that's achievable, but that is a big deal. I don't mean happy or at peace or relaxed. I mean slightly less frustrated or slightly more safe. It's just that incremental movement towards slightly better, slightly better, slightly better. Nothing drastic. Slightly better doesn't mean fixing or curing. It just means simply that. Slightly better. And quite often, especially in the beginning, that slightly better will just look like being okay with where you are, because that in and of itself feels slightly better, even if nothing really changes. So what does this look like in real life? Next time you reach for a tool or a technique, just pause and ask yourself, am I reaching for this to fix myself, to escape how I'm feeling, to achieve some specific goal? Or am I reaching for this because it genuinely feels supportive right now, because it feels good in the doing of it? The distinction is subtle, but it changes everything. Because if you sit down to, say, meditate and try to force your mind to be quiet, it won't work. But if you sit down with a come what may attitude, now you're actually training your brain to be okay with where you are, and that will reduce your symptoms in the long term. So I'm not telling you what to do or what not to do, just notice the energy behind your actions, and that's what makes the difference. It doesn't mean suddenly loving how you feel, it more looks like, okay, this is where we're at today, and just letting it be as it is for now, knowing that it will change without you having to make it change. Now, whether all tools are good for a dysregulated nervous system is a discussion for another video, the next video, in fact, because not all tools and techniques are created equal. So subscribe if you want to learn more about how to actually sort through all of the advice out there and figure out what's going to work for you and your body. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.